Hello, this is Nick from BIM Pure. In this tutorial, you're going to learn how to create a clearance nested family that you can use in any door families inside of your collection. You can see in this case, I have my door with the nested clearance. I can check this box to deactivate the 2D clearance, and same thing for the 3D clearance. I can also adjust the clearance values in the type properties. For example, change from 600 to 800 and change the value of the pole depth clearance to something like this. And all of the dimensions, both in the 3D view and the plan views, are adjusted. If you don't feel like building this family yourself, check out our doors collection that is included in the BIM Pure membership. It includes not only this clearance nested family you can use in any of your doors, but also our entire doors collection with all kinds of helpful door families you can immediately use inside of your project. All right, let's get started. I'm going to create the nested family for the clearance that you can use in any existing door family in your collection. So creating a new family, I will use the metric generic model family template. The first thing I'll do is to close all of the extra views I don't need by clicking on this icon. Then I will click on the yellow folder icon and switch the family category from generic models to doors. Next, I will create new reference planes. A tip to make it faster, select an existing one and use shortcut CS. I will create one here to represent the wall thickness and one to represent the door width. I will create a new dimension to click on all of these reference plane. Click on the EQ button to make them equal. Then click a new one just like this. In the drop-down menu, select width. I will change the value of the width to something that makes sense for a door. Next, I will create a new parameter here for the wall thickness. This will be an instance parameter. Don't check the box for reporting parameter. Then I need to adjust the reference plane. You can see this one, it says center front back. This is not right. This is the exterior side of the wall. I will switch this to using strong reference instead. And I will call this X wall, and this one will be int wall. Now I want to create the reference planes for the clearance dimension. So I'll create a new one like this, another one here for the latch clearance, and same thing on the push side. I will now create dimension parameters for these clearance values. So let's create all of the dimension, and now select the dimension and click here to create a new parameter. This will be pole depth clearance. A typical value for this one would be about 1525 millimeters. I will select this one. This will be pole latch clearance. And the value should be about 600 millimeters. This one is going to be push latch clearance. Let's set a value of about 300 millimeters. And this one is going to be push depth clearance and a value of about like this should work. Let's go to the front elevation and draw a new reference plane on top like this. I will create a dimension and assign the height parameter that should already exist in your drop-down menu if you did switch the family category from generic model to door. So let's set a value that makes sense for the height. Next, I will go to the Manage tab, click on Object Styles, create a new category, subcategory. I will create one for 2D clearance and another for 3D clearance. For the 2D clearance, I want a dash line pattern, and I will set some sort of red color. Not too dark, something like this would work. You can also set gray or black. And same thing, I will also set a color for the 3D clearance, something similar. This will only be for the lines, the rest will be material. So let's say this is good. Next, I will create the 2D clearance, going to Annotate tab, selecting Symbolic lines. In the subcategory, I'm going to select 2D clearance projection. And something I like to do is to draw the lines just next to the reference plane, just to ensure I really align and lock them. And then I indeed will use the align tool with shortcut AL, click on the reference plane and align all of the lines. In this case, I already have the lock option checked. If you don't, you will need to manually click on the lock icon. So let's align all of the symbolic lines in this family and make sure that the end of the lines is also aligned. There we go. Now I will select all of the lines by using the tab key. There are a couple of more steps that I need to take. When they're all selected, next to visible, I will click on this icon, click a new parameter called 2D clearance, and set this as an instance parameter under group under visibility. Something else, I will click here on visibility graphics override and check this box. This is really important, else these lines are going to show up in views you don't want them to show up. You could also decide to remove the visibility of the line in specific detail levels, but I don't think it's necessary in this case. Next, I will go to the Create tab, select the extrusion tool, and now we're gonna create the 3D clearance. I like to create my boxes. They can be in the same extrusion, but again, next to the reference plane, makes it easier for me to align and lock and ensure that they're properly constrained. All right, so this is not too long. All right, I'm already done. Once again, a few steps to take. I will click here to create a 3D clearance visibility parameter. This should be instance group under visibility. For the material, clicking on this box, this will be called clearance material. And let's set this to instance. On the subcategory, I will select 3D clearance, and then I will click here on visibility graphics override and uncheck everything. Basically, I only want this element, this extrusion, to be visible in 3D views. I don't really want to see this in elevation or section or plan views because I already have my symbolic lines. So that's good. I will click on the green check, go to the front elevation, and I will align the top of the extrusion to the height parameter. Okay, I am almost done. The only problem is the material. Right now, it's an opaque material. That's not good. I will go to the family type properties, click here to change the material. I will duplicate the default material and call this BP underscore 3D clearance. Then I will use some sort of light red color and set the transparency to 80%. All right, pretty sure I am done. So I can save this family. Then I can load it in basically any door family in your collection. So I will load it in mine that is currently opened. I can click somewhere to place the family. Now I need to assign all of the parameters. So first, I will click here to assign the wall thickness. I don't have one though right now. So what I can do is in this door family, create a dimension and specifically select the edges of the wall. Then select the dimension, create a new parameter, make it instance reporting and call it wall thickness. So this is to ensure that our clearance will adapt to any wall thickness once it is loaded into a project. So I have my wall thickness here, click on the rectangle and associate to wall thickness. Then I will also associate a clearance material. Apparently I already have one in this project, in this family. And now I will create new visibility parameters. I will use the same name, 2D clearance. Let's set this as an instance parameter. Same thing here for 3D clearance. Set this as an instance parameter group under visibility. Yeah, the 3D clearance I forgot. No, the 2D clearance I forgot to set it up. Also group under visibility. So let's fix that. Okay, good. Now I can assign all of these dimensions in the type parameters. So for width, I will use the existing door width parameter, and same thing for the height of the door. And now I will recreate all 4 of these clearance dimension parameters. So this one is going to be pole depth clearance. This one is going to be pole latch clearance, and just repeat the steps for all 4 of them. And now I need to align and lock this family so it matches the position of the door. So I use the align tool with shortcut AL, select this reference plane and lock it to this plane in the nested family. And same thing for the right side of the door, and make sure to not use a dashed line, but use this actual reference plane inside of the nested family. There you go. So I'm finding that this line is a bit, we don't see it enough. It's not punchy enough. So I'm going to go to the Manage tab, go to Object Styles, and for 2D clearance, I'm just going to boost a bit the darkness Or you know what, maybe I'll just set it to a dark gray like this. It's up to you. You can use anything you want, really. Okay, so I find that this is better. I can save this door family and I will try to load it into a project. Okay, now I can place this door inside of the family. You can see I have my dash lines for the 2D clearance. I can uncheck this. If I go to 3D view, same thing. I currently see the 3D clearance. I can uncheck the box to remove the visibility of it. And then I could play with the dimension if I want different clearance value by going to the time properties. So for example, I could boost the pole latch clearance to like 1000 millimeters, and the dimensions will be automatically adjusted. Another option that you can do with clearance is to preset different configuration for ADA clearance and have a drop-down menu where you can switch between these different options. In this case, we even did integrate a wheelchair symbol. That will be in an upcoming videos for our members on the BIM Pure membership. Go to bimpure.com to explore our full collection of Revit courses, downloads, door and windows collection, or pro template or brand new BIM Pure plugin, and also unlock upcoming live master classes with different experts in BIM and AC tech. Enroll now at bimpure.com.